your mind be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Character's fighting style background. Before she was kicking her way into our hearts, she was just a normal girl experiencing her first ever Peking opera and Bruce Lee film at 5 years old. Kickstarting her interest in martial arts from then on out. Now, before we get into the breakdown of her fighting style, Chun Li has so many martial arts under her belt that I have to do a small introduction before I even get to breaking down her main fighting style. So get ready for a lengthy one, folks. If you want to know what I found while researching this, a rap sheet big enough to make a book out of. She first started off learning Tai Chi before being taught Quan by her father. Then later developed her signature leg kicks thanks to her father, who was known during the time as Legendary Legs. From here, Chun Li would mix in blends of Taekwondo, Wushu, which many of her acrobatic moves do resemble. She also uses Chinese Kempo and Capoeira into her training, forming the crazy unique fighting style you know and love today thanks to her father, and Gen, who later trains and looks after her growing up. But her primary one that she seems to use the most during her fights is Chinese Kempo, in which, now that I'm thinking about it in hindsight, which makes total sense for Chun Li as a character, and how versatile she is under many different martial arts. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and breaking down her fighting style, folks. Used by many martial artists. It is one of the original mixed martial arts, combining aspects from a multitude of striking styles into one, finding the most efficient way to deal with an opponent. The strikes are lightning fast into the most vulnerable parts of the body in rapid succession. This is one of the main reasons you see how Chun Li has multiple arts under her. Just like I mentioned earlier in the just note, I will be going over briefly of each one of the martial arts that Chun Li is proficient in, so please bear with me. If you want to know more details on a lot of these other martial arts that I am going to briefly go over, I have covered them in other videos, so please be sure to check those out. I will be putting a playlist in the description, so check that out. Wing Chun is a concept-based Chinese martial art and form of self-defense, utilizing both striking and sticking, or controlling while specializing in close-range combat. Basically closing the distance as fast as possible against the opponent, not giving any breathing room to your opponent. Other arts will have you blocking and then attacking. Wing Chun, on the other hand, allows one to defend and attack simultaneously. Practicing strikes to the neck, eyes, and groin are a staple within the art. Even the kicks are designed to break or tear tendons of the knee or ankle. Wushu is also known as Chinese martial arts, a hand-to-hand form more often known as Kung Fu. Wushu separated itself from Kung Fu in order to emphasize performance and aesthetics. Others consider Wushu the modernization of Kung Fu. It's known as a hard and soft martial art, as well as a full contact combat sport. So you'll be seeing a different amount of fighting styles within Wushu. Think of it like a branch, if you will, like the long fist style, which is something that Chun Li also has that I've noticed within some of her attack animations, and also included in the name. Tai Chi is an internal Chinese martial art practiced for both its defense training and its health benefits, but it has been part of Chinese martial arts culture since the 16th century. There are multiple Tai Chi forms out there, going from the Wu, Chen, Yang styles, as well as Bakwazine. And sorry if I butcher that. Chen is the one that I'm probably going to be focusing on, which is the one that is come across the most that you're going to be seeing used in Tai Chi. And this is the one that is used for actual combat, ranging from using punching, elbows, kicking, kneeing, shoulder strikes, grappling, and nasty joint manipulations. Shaolin Hong Quan is the basic boxing technique routine of Shaolin Kung Fu martial arts. It is a compulsory routine learning Shaolin boxing, known as the Mother of 18, due to the many steps within. Step type small Hong Kong step, squat, lunge, and empty step. Basically arranged a common step boxing style is the best way I can describe it all. In the brief history of Chinese Kempo, I'm going to do my absolute best to not butcher some of these names, but I'll still put them in text in the video, that way you can be able to read them yourselves. Just a heads up. The genesis of Chinese martial arts have been attributed to the need for self-defense, hunting techniques, and military training in ancient China. Hand-to-hand combat and weapons practice were super important in training ancient Chinese soldiers. Detailed knowledge about the state and development of Chinese martial arts became readily available from the Nanjing decade in 1928 through 1937, as the Central Wushu Institute, established by the Kuomintang regime, made an effort to put together an encyclopedic survey of martial arts schools. Since the 1950s, though, the People's Republic of China have organized Chinese martial arts as an exhibition and full contact sport under the heading of Wushu. Chun Li is the queen of Street Fighter, who has paved the way for so many other female characters to continue to get a big push in fighting games we have today. I just have to let that be known. This character, no matter what direction Capcom ends up doing for the Street Fighter series, she will always have an involvement somehow. So I look forward to seeing what the team of Street Fighter 6 have in store for us with the story of our favorite gal. If you made it this far in the video, seriously, thank you just for taking the time to watch the video. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified of upcoming content. You folks are in for a wave of new fighting style content, so look forward to the influx of content coming your way if you have not seen the community posts. This is Blackmore2323 here, signing out. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
What is important to you?